It's here, guys. It's finally here. I'm super hyped to show you the new game modes for Boom Beach Frontlines. If you're like me, you've been waiting for this for quite a while, so I'm excited to get into this and show you everything that's coming in the update, including a couple of new cards, new game modes, like I said, some little tweaks and stuff like balancing, and there are some nerfs, there are some buffs, but overall, it's really good. Stop dilly-dallying and just jump straight into it. Let's get the boring stuff out of the way first. The update is due to drop late September. That's all I can tell you on when it's coming. So what are the new game modes? I hear you screaming at your screens right now. The new game mode is called Boom Ball, kind of a take on football. Basically, these are 6v6 games. No, you can't squad up with 6. As far as I know, you can squad up as 3 and then get 3 randoms or 3 bots. Each team has its own ball in play at all times, and the idea of the game is to get your ball in the enemy's goals, and then it's the first team to score 3 goals will win, or whoever has scored the most goals at the end of time will win. Whilst playing, you can still use your troops normally, you can still shoot the other team, you can, even when you're in possession of the ball, you can still shoot your gun, you can still take on the opponents and stuff. So it's still very much Boom Beach Frontlines, you versus them, with, different abilities and things like that. All of that still goes on, except the idea, instead of having to capture control points and take on buildings, it's you've got to score goals with the ball. Now, to start off with, I was a bit dubious about this update. When I first read it, I was like, I don't know, I'm not much of a football fan, so it doesn't really appeal to me in that respect. But since getting my hands on the update on the dev build and playing a few games, I can actually say that it is actually quite a lot of fun. So keep an open mind. Let's jump in and I'll show you the different game modes, because there is 3 different versions of Boom Ball. And the way it's going to work is these will be available from Friday to Monday. I think it's midday Friday to midday Monday. At weekends, one of the versions of Boom Ball will be available. You've got like classic Boom Ball, which is you can use any card in your battle deck, and it's just troops versus other troops with the balls and the goals. On the second version, you don't get to pick your battle deck. The game will pick the battle deck for you and all of the players in the match. So all 12 players will have exactly the same deck. Even if you don't have the cards unlocked, the game will give you the cards to play that match with. So if you haven't got the Zuka, but the game wants the Zuka to be in the battle deck, then they will give you the Zuka to play with in this game mode, which is pretty cool. Means you get a chance to play with some more troops that maybe you're not high enough level to get, or you haven't got them yet or found them yet. And then the third version, which is, I'm not going to lie, is my favorite version of this game mode. It's vehicles only. So you go in, you spawn in, and you play as a vehicle from the start until the end that you can spawn in as. So it's carnage. Playing vehicles only is straight up carnage. When you've got tanks and tank hunters and rocket launcher tanks, all that sort of thing, the APC running around and 4x4 going around in circles, it's crazy when you're trying to play football with all these vehicles in play. It's nuts. For the new cards then, we have got a new bike. It's going to be a common card. It's one that you can actually drive yourself. So you can drive yourself around with the left joystick, and then you can shoot with the right, but instead of having to shoot the bike's gun, it's whatever troop you spawn in as, you get to use that troop on the sidecar. I've got a clip to show you to help explain it a bit more. Kind of like the 4x4, where you can be a passenger and use your gun and stuff as a passenger, except for this one, nobody else is driving, you're driving and shooting at the same time. Kind of like the APC, but it's not a built-in gun, it's whatever troop you spawn in as. And then Crystal Critters is the second power-up. This one's going to be a rare card. It's basically medic critters. If you play OG Boom Beach, you'll know what Crystal Critters are. Basically that, you spawn in a bunch of critters, and instead of doing damage to the enemy team or whatever, they will heal you. They'll act like little medics and heal you and your teammates up. The little balance changes, card cooldowns. So the epic card minimum cooldown time has been reduced by 20 seconds, and the maximum cooldown time is by 15 seconds, depending on what level your cards are at. Will depend on how long the cooldown is, but it has been reduced by so many seconds. That's the card cooldown balance changes. That's it. The buff cards, I'll just reel them off. I will show it on screen exactly what the different buffs are, but the Warriors buff, the Ice Guard, the Medic, Rocket Trike, Jetpack, Laser Ranger, Flamer, Commando, and the Missile Tank have all been buffed. And for the nerfs, you know which one it's going to be, chat. You know exactly which one it's going to be. It is, of course, the cluster. Cluster has been nerfed by the initial explosion damage has been reduced by 15%. And I'll quote the devs, it was getting out of hand, it was getting silly. So max level is now 56. Squads now have squad leaders. This is a good point. Squads now have squad leaders who can determine which game mode will be played. So when you squad up now, whoever is the squad leader will get to pick what game mode you spawn into at the weekend. So if you want to play Boom Ball, then the squad leader will get to pick whether you play Boom Ball or whether you play Classic. like Conquest, which is what you get now. So just so you don't get it twisted and squad up and play games that you don't really want to play, the squad invites now will include what game mode that you're planning on playing. So that's quite cool. Detailed rule sets for each game mode added to Operation Info screen. I'll show you all those in a second. Moved allied troop previews from the troop selection screen in battle. So you know when you used to spawn in, you'd have a picture of like the map, and then across the top it will show you what all of the teammates that were going to be spawning in as. That's gone. Right, let's take a look at these game modes then, guys. You'll notice here above the battle button, it says Conquest Motor Boat. That's right, Motor Boat is back, baby. Some of the old maps that was taken out with one of the other updates are all now back in, which is really cool. Now when you press the operations button, this is what you will see. You can see on the far left there, that's Conquest. That's the standard game mode that you play right now. We got to capture point A and point B. That's Conquest. Moving over, then you see super operations here as well. That's available. You can play a super operation if you want instead of just normal Conquest. So no more Conquest super op. That's no longer a thing. You can just pick which game mode you want to play. If you want to just play standard Conquest on the old school maps like Motor Boat, then that's Conquest. If you want to do a super operation, it right now available is Critter Fortress. But these are the ones that you really want to know about. Boom Ball, All-Star Boom Ball, and Vehicle Boom Ball. Take a look at the original Boom Ball first. This is the Boom Ball rules. Game mode rules. Use teamwork and tactics to bring the ball to enemy goals. Battle in 2 teams of 6. Each team has a base with 3 goals. Bring your ball to the enemy goals to score. Keep the ball moving or lose it. Stop the enemy strikers from reaching your goal. Drop balls will reset after 20 seconds. That's right. So if you've got the ball and somebody takes you out, the ball will just sit there for 20 seconds. If one of your teammates then don't pick it up, it will disappear and respawn back at where the ball's spawning. Okay, so for All-Star Boom Ball, this is the one where the game decides your battle deck. Game mode rules, All-Star loadout. Use a pre-selected team of troops to bring the ball to the enemy goals. You'll be granted access to all selected troops. Regardless of whether you've got them unlocked or not, you'll still get access to them for this game. Battle in 2 teams of 6. Each team has a base with 3 goals. So the rest of it is the same, except this one will determine what your troop loadout is, and every single player in the match will have exactly the same troop loadout. And I will show you how this one works in a second, because it's kind of hard to show. It's kind of hard to explain, so I'll just show you a clip of that one in a second. But Vehicle Boom Ball is a really good one in my opinion. Vehicle only mode. Play as vehicles and bring the ball to the enemy goals. You'll be granted access to selected all vehicles. Battle in 2 teams of 6. So it's all the same rules. Each version of the game is all the same rules. You basically got to score 3 goals or score more than your opponent in the time allowed. Quickly going back to the All-Star Boom Ball. If we select that, come out and press battle, you'll notice that up in the left it says Wildlife Jungle, All-Star Troop Loadout. I don't get to choose what cards we play with in this match. It will show me in a second what cards are available to all players. You notice that the loaded in screen does look different with, where it tells you what things are available. So for this one, it's giving me the Cryoneer, the Booster, the Flamer, the Ice Guard, the Shotgunner, and the Medic. And that will be the same for absolutely everybody in this match. All 12 players will have exactly the same troop loadout. So we've come in as the Cryo. You can see there that Soul X has got the ball for us. We need to protect them whilst they run up through the middle, and she's going to score. Boo, yeah, there we go. First points on the board for us. Then we need to run back to our side now. We need to run back to the spawn and go and get our ball. Okay, so the enemy team has now scored. We can see now on the screen, gives you a little marker to show you where the ball is at. We can now going to take this ball, protect this little lady to get up here. Somebody run the ball into the goal. There we go. We scored 2. They've scored 1. You can see the score up in the top left there. So now we need to run back again, come back and get our ball from here. It's just a case now of surviving long enough to get up to the far end. I have cheated. I've got God mode on just for the sake of the video. This means I can't die just for the video. Like I said, this is a dev build perk. And now we're going to run through here. The final goal is back here somewhere. We just need to score before the other team and we win. Booyah! Just like that. Victory, guys. So basically that is it. That's how Boom Ball works. This is the mode, like I say, where you don't get to pick your troop combo. I will show you another little clip of the vehicle only mode, because I think this one is the one for me. So I'm not really into football as such, but this is stupidly addictive. We'll put vehicle only mode on and we'll jump into another match. Special loadout again, let's play as vehicles. Vehicle Arena 1, this one. So for this one, we have got Tank Hunter, armored truck, missile tank, and armored car. And as you can see, we can select which vehicle you want to play as. Go with the tank hunter because that's obviously the quick one. Spawned in, pick up the ball. Once we've got the ball, we now just need to make our way to the enemy goals, killing the enemy as we go. Obviously, the rest of the team here is going to try and protect me as we score the goals. But yeah, this is the mode that I'm really enjoying. All vehicles going against each other. It is just ridiculously fun. It shouldn't work, but it does. I'm going to grab the next ball, and then we're going to come up the middle. And we're going to try and go over the other side, find another goal. And as you can see, you can still build defenses around the goals as well. So that's something else you do need to be aware of. You know, your munitions, you can still build defenses with your munitions. Adds in another element to that game. This time, somebody else has got the ball before me. So we're going to be running defense, trying to get this guy up here, build some defenses to help protect our last goal. Really, we need to push, help this guy get to the goal up here. You can see that they're trying to swarm the goal to try and stop you from getting in. But yeah, victory again, guys. There you go. So all in all, guys, the game modes, the new game mode is finally here. Like I said originally, I wasn't hyped about it, but after playing it, I can't wait for this to get out to you guys so that we can play some of this on stream, because this is going to be perfect for streaming. Big shout out to you, Space 8. You've actually smashed it, as always. Guys, if you like the update and you enjoyed the video and you're still here at this point, don't forget to smash that like and subscribe. Use code BBTFRG as well, guys. Really appreciate that stuff when you guys plug the old code for us. But that's it from me for this one. I will catch you in the next one, guys. Peace.